Have you ever had a thought, a person or a memory that just won't leave your mind? No texts, no calls, but somehow they live in your head, rent-free. But what if I told you? They might be thinking of you too. This isn't just about love or longing. It's about the hidden layers of your psychology and how ancient wisdom might be the key to finally freeing your mind. Stick around, because what you're about to discover may challenge everything you think you know. 1. Why you can't stop thinking about them. Have you ever found yourself constantly replaying the same thought, the same person, or that one perfect or painful moment? They haven't called, they haven't texted, and yet there they are, stuck in your mind like a song on loop. You wonder, are they thinking about me too? It's a question that keeps you up at night, and it's more common than you think. This isn't just about love or longing. It's about what's going on deep inside your mind. When someone vanishes from our lives without explanation, a breakup, ghosting, or even just emotional distance, it triggers something primal in us. The silence they leave behind grows louder than any conversation you ever had with them. And your brain hates that. It hates the unknown. It craves resolution, an ending, closure. This mental discomfort creates what psychologists call open loops. Your mind will do anything to close that loop. It starts digging through old memories, overanalyzing every interaction, trying to solve a mystery that might never have a clear answer. It's not necessarily love. It's your brain on a mission for peace. But here's what makes it worse. While you're spiraling, you begin to wonder if they feel the same. Are they stuck in this mental loop too? Are they haunted by your memory like you are by theirs? This question sets the tone for everything that follows in your emotional journey. Because before you can free yourself, you need to understand what's really happening and why your mind won't let go. Stay with me, because what you're feeling might not be connection, but something far deeper and far more deceptive. 2. The silent trigger. Why distance makes them louder. Isn't it strange how someone's silence can be deafening? When someone pulls away, emotionally or physically, they don't just leave a space behind. They leave a vacuum. And that vacuum gets filled by your thoughts, your doubts, your memories. Suddenly, their absence becomes the loudest presence in your life. Psychologically, this isn't a fluke. Your brain is wired to seek closure. It doesn't like mysteries, especially emotional ones. When someone exits without explanation, your subconscious treats it like a problem to solve. It loops through your memories like a detective searching for missed clues. Did I say something wrong? Was it that text I sent at 1 a.m.? Did they just lose interest? This psychological loop is known as the Zeigarnik Effect, our tendency to remember unfinished or interrupted experiences more vividly than ones with resolution. And in relationships, this shows up as emotional clutter, thoughts you can't shut off, questions with no answers, and people who live in your head long after they've left your life. In those quiet moments, while brushing your teeth, sitting in traffic or trying to fall asleep, your mind replays the highlight reel. But it's not just nostalgia. It's a cognitive glitch. You're seeking answers, not closure. You're trying to complete a story that was never yours to finish. And that's where pain festers. Because the mind wants resolution, but the heart keeps holding out hope. A toxic combination that convinces you silence must mean something deeper. But what if it doesn't? 3. Ancient wisdom. Saw this coming. Enter the Stoics. Long before neuroscience put names to our emotional loops, ancient philosophers were already talking about the battle inside the human mind. The Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, understood that peace isn't found in getting what you want. It's found in mastering how you respond to what you don't get. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let that sink in. It means that obsessing over someone, replaying every interaction, and waiting for them to reach out doesn't say anything about them. It reveals everything about your inner state. Your mind, right now, is trying to resolve an emotional puzzle. But here's the hard truth. Some puzzles don't have all the pieces. Some people leave mid-sentence, and waiting for their return isn't strength, it's surrender. Stoicism isn't about suppressing feelings or becoming emotionally numb. It's about clarity. It teaches you to recognize the difference between what you can control, your thoughts, your focus, your energy, and what you can't, other people's silence, distance, or decisions. So when someone dominates your thoughts, you have to ask, is this really love? Or just my brain trying to finish a story it didn't write? Because the moment you stop waiting for someone to complete you is the moment you take back your narrative. This is where healing starts, not with answers, but with the courage to stop asking the wrong questions. 4. Love or just a chemical echo? Here's a twist. What if you're not in love with them, but addicted to how they made you feel? Every meaningful interaction, especially romantic ones, leaves a chemical footprint in your brain. Laughter, intimacy, shared secrets, heartbreak. They all trigger neurotransmitters like dopamine, which creates a sense of reward and attachment. So when you're reminded of that person through a song, a smell, a location, your brain doesn't just recall them, it reactivates the feeling. You're not longing for them, you're chasing a chemical memory. And here's where it gets more complicated. Your mind doesn't just remember the person. It remembers you when you were with them. The confident, happy, desired version of yourself. That's the version you miss the most. Not them, but you through their eyes. This is why the obsession can feel so intense. Because it's not about them anymore. It's about returning to a feeling you thought you lost when they left. But that version of you wasn't theirs to give. It was always yours. The Stoics would challenge you here. Are you grieving a person or clinging to a perception of yourself that you've abandoned? That difference changes everything. You're not chasing love. You're chasing an identity. And the truth is, you don't need someone else to validate it. That version of you still exists. You just have to reclaim it. 5. Does she think about you too? The truth that frees you. So here's the question that lingers in your mind. Does she think about me too? Maybe, maybe not. But here's what matters more. It doesn't change anything. Thinking about someone isn't the same as loving them. It's not commitment. It's not effort. It's not presence. It's just a thought. Thoughts are easy. Actions are truth. So, if she's thinking about you, but doing nothing, no message, no call, no effort, what does that really mean? That you crossed her mind for a second while she scrolled through a playlist? That a memory flickered in her brain before she moved on with her day? That's not connection. That's habit, biology, emotional residue. Real love, true love, shows up. It reaches out. It builds, not haunts. It commits, not lingers. The Stoics would tell you longing is not love. Yearning is not loyalty. If someone wants to be in your life, you won't need to decode their silence. And if you're stuck in your head, spiraling with questions, maybe the real question isn't, does she think of me? But why am I still thinking about her? That's where your freedom begins. 6. From obsession to mastery, reclaiming your power. Here's where the transformation starts. Stop asking, why can't I forget her? Start asking, why have I given her so much control over my inner world? The truth might sting, but it will also set you free. She doesn't live in your mind because she's special. She lives there because you haven't closed the gate. You wouldn't let someone enter your home uninvited, raid your fridge, and leave trash behind. So why let them do that in your thoughts? Epictetus said, "Freedom is won by disregarding things beyond our control, and that includes people who choose to walk away." The goal isn't to forget her, it's to fortify your mind, to rebuild the version of you who felt alive, not because of her, but because you finally chose to show up for yourself. This is your turning point. Not closure, clarity, not obsession, ownership. You don't need to be in her thoughts to matter. You just need to stop letting her silence echo in yours. 7. Your final wake-up call. What will you do with this energy? If this entire message stirred something in you, if you're exhausted from overthinking, from holding on to someone who's already let go, then here's your wake-up call. It's time to redirect that energy, not to forget the memory, but to free yourself from the mental chains it wrapped around your heart. Ask yourself, what could I build with the energy I've wasted thinking about someone who's no longer here? You could rebuild your confidence, start that project, heal, grow, move forward, not by erasing the past, but by refusing to live there anymore. Let Stoicism be your compass now. Detach from what you can't control. Train your mind like a warrior. Focus your energy like a creator. And remind yourself daily, your value is not determined by someone else's silence. You don't need to live in someone else's head. You just need to master your own. So stop chasing ghosts. Stop waiting for closure. You are the closure. And if this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment below. Who's been stuck in your thoughts? And are you finally ready to let them go? Stay grounded, stay stoic, stay you. Until next time.